Hello. For our insider threat program, we focused on the theft of intellectual property. And for enforcing information sharing, we decided to have four aspects under that for the first, which is the first part of our proposal to stop our insider threat. The four aspects we have under the enforcement of information sharing are as follows: changing passwords every 3 months, and also making sure the passwords are strong and secure. For example, they must have 8 characters and a minimum of one number with it. The second aspect we have is that senior management should be involved by providing strong support for the program, and they should also be aware of the insider threat program's weekly activities if they make any updates or so forth. The third aspect we have to it is making sure that policies relating to downloading company data on personal electronic devices are rigorously enforced by senior management as well as the rest of the employees throughout the company. And the fourth aspect we have to this is to minimize risks and improve regulatory compliance. Any organization should consider using shared account password management tools that automate processes and enforce controls for remaining shared accounts. For instance, if let's say Goliath National Bank wanted to open up a Dropbox account or a Google Drive account, that would strictly monitor the account, set up permissions to who can access what, if anyone can edit anything, and who can edit anything, if anyone can edit any content at all, and so forth. And that way they could create a log and a system of controls that would help track what happens to the data and if anyone tampers with it. The second aspect we have to our insider threat program is data protection and detection methods. We have 5 aspects under this part. Integrating insider threat mitigation policies into a company's intrusion detection system. And second aspect is a integrating a network's intrusion detection system would identify potential cyber threats and incidents from the past, known attacks that happened to the company, if any happened at all, and any potential new attack methods that could happen to the company. Also, they would go and would relate to the intrusion detection software being installed on all company electronic devices such as computers, iPhones, etc. And that way the company would have a strict control and record of what happened on what the devices did on their network, and if any employees committed wrongful activities on any of the electronic devices owned by the company. And another aspect is that they would perform regular penetration testing from within the network to measure the performance of the internal detection system, and they would be using this against cyber threats from the inside, or let's say an employee decides to upload a virus or something on the internal network. This would help prevent it. All company data also must be encrypted and backed up on a regular basis in case technical failure results in company data being lost. And also, the third element or aspect we have to our insider threat program is to go and create and implement policy. As individuals and new employees join the organization, they should go and be aware of the organization's policies relating to data sharing, and policies should clearly lay out what they're allowed to share and who they can share it with, and etc. And creating a special policy for acceptable use or rules of behavior that they can do and have access to with this data should be clearly laid out as well. That way there's no question about if there's what the gray area is for in terms of data at the company and tampering with it, or what they can do or what they can access in terms of certain data. And also, the legal department should be actively involved in any incidents that occur in terms of customers' data or data in general. And finally, company policies must be in place that state whether employees are allowed to use their own devices to access information about the company on their mobile devices. And if they're not allowed to, this policy should be strictly enforced. The final category we have is about education awareness and training programs. There should be annual reviews of the insider threat policies that should be discussed throughout the company, and that would help avoid them in the future. And all employees should be trained in their personal security responsibilities, such as practicing their own protecting their passwords from other employees, not sharing their passwords with anyone in the workplace, or etc. And also, employees must be educated in the latest tactics, methods, and processes regarding the Insider Threat Program. And finally, providing a financial incentive during the cybersecurity educational training programs would help motivate employees to pay more attention or give it more thought and pay more attention to what they're learning in the programs. And that's it.